looking for. I appreciate it. Yes, sir.
There's no lens hood on there though. That's probably what it is. How's that? A little bit better. Yeah, so it's
Separate a little bit so we should fall for a second. Can we tell on the ball first here?
Oh no, we're going down here and take a right on me.
Yes. The media. The community. Release the tape. The whole tape. Release the tape. The whole tape. Release the tape.
Come here.
The whole tape. Truth. Transparency. Accountability. We demand it.
Hold it.
Now.
Just hold it.
Here.
Hold it.
In North Carolina. Mississippi. America. Truth. Accountability. Transparency. Release the tape.
Got to switch.
I want to ask if we've got 3 young people that will come hold the sign. Do we have 3 young people that will come and stand and hold the sign? Thank you. Give my big hand, y'all. We ask the speakers to come around to the right side where Rob is. Make your way. Come all the way in. Space as we need to. We want to fill up this area.
Hey, tell Reggie I need to back this in.
Come on out
right
if
here.
you can. Move up some so we can have some space. We want everybody to get in this part of the parking lot. Be COVID safe. Speakers are all up here. This is a beautiful kind of unity, y'all.
Go to stage.
Come on, it's a beautiful kind of unity. Safe, law and order, we're okay with that. Protect and serve, we're okay with that. But we can't be okay with unlawful disorder. Can't be okay with that.
You switched?
Never. Come on around, y'all, and fill up over in this area. Great. Those in the back. We have a brother here, David Lamont, who drove all the way from Asheville. Y'all step back some. He's a great singer in the movement. And he brings to us what's called mountain populism. And I need y'all to know that mountain populism
Sometimes the wine is a sacrament, but sometimes the blood is just spilled, and sometimes the law is the devil's last straw, the future unfulfilled, like the dream they killed for a $20 bill. God bless y'all. Thank you for standing up for justice, for truth, transparency. That's a song by my friend Tom Prasada Rao. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name.
I have water and Gatorade in the car.
Great. I want to take just a few moments, lay out the purpose of why we're here, and then ask the family to come, spokesperson for the family, because that's first, right?
That's right.
We're here for them. We're not here to take over local leadership. We're supporting the local leadership. You don't ever want to get that attitude, because God says, I got prophets. Remember Elijah got like that. He said, I'm the only one. No, you not. Let's hush that foolishness. I got prophets, 7,000 you don't even know about. But the reason we're here is we want to thank Roland Martin, our media partner, and Fusion Film. They're making sure this is all over the world, along with all the other media. I want to thank Reverend Dr. Spearman, former president of the Council of Churches, and Jennifer Copeland for sponsoring this gathering. Zechariah 8:16 said, these are the things that you shall do, speak the truth to one another, and render in your gates justice that are true and make for peace. Then Jesus said it clear that only the truth can set us free. We're here on the Saturday before Mother's Day as clergy, because it's one of the greatest mothers of the justice from Eastern North Carolina, Ella Baker, said, we who believe in freedom
That's right.
cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until the killing of black men, of black mothers' sons, is as important as the killing of white men, white mothers' sons. We are here to support the family and to support the local leaders. Hold that right there. And support the local leaders. We're here by invitation, representatives of the family, the local clergy, and the attorneys who will speak to us. We are here interfaith, North Carolina and America, all races, all religions, all ages, all sexualities, to say for Andrew Brown, to say to this state, to this city, and to this country, there must be accountability.
Yes.
There must be truth.
Yes.
And there must be transparency.
Yes.
And at the end of this rally, when others speak, we're going to tack our demands on the doors of the Public Safety Department, just like Martin Luther tacked his theses on the 16th, that we're all going to stand in line, media, and sign it. We're not just going to tack it. We want them to. We're not scared to be listed as those who want accountability and truth and transparency. We don't need the stall games. We need truth. It's been Keith Rivers 17 days today, 408 hours, 24,480 minutes, 468,800 minutes, seconds. 2 to 3 hours of tape, and the family has only seen 20 seconds out of over 1,468,800 seconds. 17 days. He's in the ground and they still haven't seen him. That's cruel and unusual punishment. We want to know, who is this judge? What is his affiliation? Why is his Facebook page down all of a sudden? What was on that Facebook page? What is his political philosophy? The same question for the DA. We know he was a Democrat, then he switched to Republican, and we know he wants to be judge, and we know many current Republicans don't want to pass police reform, and they don't want to do it despite all of the empirical evidence that systemic racism is alive. Who is this DA that went into court and act like he was the police's lawyer and not the people's lawyer? Who is this DA that are holding up the bill to make body camera footage public record, just like the audio? Now, the audio is public record, but the camera is not public record. That makes no sense. And what's on the tapes? There's no law against releasing the tapes. This is just a stall game. The family wants them released. They want to know. The governor wants them released. The AG wants them released. If Andrew Brown had a reason to be arrested, then arrest him. But a warrant is not a license to kill. Last year, News One did a story on 8 white mass murderers who killed multiple people. Some of them resisted arrest, and all of them got arrested. They didn't get killed. And some of them, when they got arrested, they got water, soda, and a hamburger. What is being hid, and what will it show? Here's another question. How is the police really connected to this? Is it deeper? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. There's a lot of hiding going on. You know? I mean, you didn't find drugs and a gun. So what's the real reason? What's going on? Somebody say, what's going on? Marvin Gaye's spirit. Why is the FBI investigating? Almost immediately. Why were there no drugs found? Why no guns? Why a kill shot in the back? Why? Why? The DA is not supposed to look like the protector of the police. He's not defending. He's supposed to seek the truth. Why did they shoot an unarmed man fleeing? When a case entitled Tennessee versus Garner in 1985, a civil case in the Supreme Court of the United States, held that under the Fourth Amendment, when a law enforcement officer is pursuing a fleeing suspect, the officer may not use deadly force to prevent escape unless the officer has probable cause to believe that the suspect posed a significant threat of death or serious physical injury to the officer or others. But there's no evidence on the cameras we've seen of that. Where's the officers that went to the hospital? Come like that today, I'll tell y'all later. The Justice White said the use of deadly force against the subject is the most intrusive type of seizure possible because it deprives the suspect of his life. And Justice White, with Thurgood Marshall, held that the state failed to present evidence that its interest in shooting an unarmed fleeing suspect outweighs the suspect's interest in his own survival. In other words, you can't shoot somebody just because they run and pick them up later. You can't just kill somebody. We support the police that protect and serve. We stand against any police prosecutors, judges who use their power to direct unlawful disorder and death towards black, brown, Asian, native, and even white folk. It doesn't matter for us. If you're unlawful, you're just wrong. We live in a society where we've seen too many people get arrested who did terrible things, and they got arrested, but they happened to be white. But then when it comes to black and brown and indigenous people, and so here are our demands that we're going to tack on. Public release of the full body camera footage to the family and community. Number 2, a special prosecutor, an independent investigation. Number 3, passage of federal and state legislation for police accountability and reform. Number 4, a pattern and practice investigation into the Pasquotank Sheriff County Office and any other sheriff offices that were involved in the death of Andrew Brown. And when the evidence shows that police have wrongfully murdered someone, there must be arrest and full prosecution and accountability. And police must be able to be sued personally. And police departments, money comes from them, especially police departments that condone racism and trigger happy police. Then we want to pass the NC law, SB 510, that says all body cameras must become full public record in 48 hours. And we want to oppose the North Carolina law, HB 805, that criminalizes protest. And we want a full investigation of the DA's office, since the DA covers about 7 counties down here in eastern North Carolina. All we want, say all we want, is truth, transparency, and accountability. And we want it now. Let me invite members of the family and their attorney to come, and then we'll invite our other clergy speakers.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the legal team, myself, Harry Daniels, Horace Sellers, Benjamin Crump, Chantel Lassiter, we bring you greetings in our pursuit of justice for this family. This is a moment that we all have to take heed. This is a time where accountability is transparent, is first and foremost. This is the unlawful killing of an unarmed black man in America once again. And they know it. They know it. We know it. The witnesses know it. Ms. Lassiter seen the video. And you all keep the pressure on, keep the fight. As a clergy, we stand with Bishop Barber and Dr. T. Anthony Spearman. Keep the pressure on. Dr. King needed Thurgood Marshall. They needed one another that was joined by the hip to maintain justice and pursuit of justice, no matter how hard it is to find. I'm going to introduce you at this time also our newest counsel on the team, Chance Lynch. They said they was looking for a North Carolina attorney. We got one of the best ones for them. So even though they playing this shell game, trying to hide, we're going to find it. Tuesday at 3 o'clock, y'all be here. The family's coming in to see only 20 minutes. It's 2 hours of video. Only 20 minutes. So transparency is still not had.
That's right. That's right.
Accountability is still not had. They are keeping the truth from this family who's grieving, from this city, from this town, and from this nation. If Andrew Brown was using his vehicle as a weapon, trust me, y'all have already seen it. In Columbus, Ohio, that tape came out almost immediately because it had a narrative of justification. Take note, George Floyd, when he first died, they said he died of heart issue. They said maybe it's carbon monoxide from the pipe. I thought it was crazy because the officer had embodied carbon monoxide. But the course was stayed. Justice was had. I'm going to introduce you. I'm going to let Chance Lynch speak real quick. Then I'm going to have his aunt, Glenda Brown. She's a representative of this family. Y'all, where I'm from is a little bigger than here. From Atlanta. But I'll assure you, people around the world is backing this community. Backing this community. I saw my face on the in Japan, in a newspaper in Japan. I didn't know what they were saying, but they are backing this community. So y'all stay the course. Chance, real quick, then we have Ms. Glenda Brown come to speak.
Good afternoon. First, let me say what an honor it is and a privilege to join this team of extraordinary counsel, and to my fellow North Carolinian, Chantel Lassiter, who is also a North Carolina attorney. I'm honored to be able to serve this family. First and foremost, let us not forget, no matter what the narrative may try to be changed into, we have a grieving family. Let us always remember the hardship that they are experiencing, not of any fault of their own. So I'm grieved that even in 2021, we still have a justice system and those in a justice system who seeks to hide and to distort truth and transparency and to avoid accountability. And so I'm grateful on behalf of the family and our legal team. I certainly want to take a moment to acknowledge all of the clergy who are here now for taking time on this Saturday before worship on tomorrow, and whether today is your day of respective worship. I want to say to you on behalf of all of us, thank you for coming out. This is the time to stay the course. And let me say this to you. It's a new day in Elizabeth City. It's a new day and it's a new time. I'm from Halifax County. I'm a native of Eastern North Carolina. This ain't the first time it's happened. But this is the first time that it's been this close to home that we stand shoulder to shoulder and demand truth, transparency, and accountability. I know that this is not Sunday, but we're mighty close to it. Look at somebody say it's a new day in the city. Thank you.
Let's welcome this clergy. Let's welcome her and the whole family.
Good afternoon. It is me standing in the presence of my God, thanking him for this day. But first of all, I want to thank everybody that's been supporting the Brown family. I have sisters and cousins out here. Y'all raise your hand.
Yes.
It's been 17 days because of this North Carolina law. And we're going to change this law.
Yeah.
This law will become Andrew Brown Jr. law with the body cams. We need to see the body cams. 20 seconds. Not enough. 20 minutes. Not enough. We want to see the whole tape. Stop snipping and showing us what you want to show us. Who gives you the right to show us 20 minutes of a tape? We are the family. Have some empathy, sympathy. Care about us. Care about my nephew. You broke the law. We need accountability. 17 days and no one has been arrested. Something is wrong. Stop acting like you care. Show us you care. You should be here today in this rally, helping us to protest for my nephew. We will not stop until we get justice for my nephew. Say his name. Thank you.
Say 20 seconds. Not enough. 20 minutes. Not enough. Show the tape. Release the tape. Whole tape. 17 days. 408 hours. 24,480 minutes. 1,468,800 seconds gone by. No tape. Not right. 20 seconds. Not enough. 20 minutes. Not enough. Show the tape. Whole tape. Truth. Transparency. Accountability. Now we're going to have clergy. I want you to know that clergy here, in fact, I'm going to say three and you say the denomination or the church that you represent. We want the media to know we're here from every place. 1, 2, 3. You got Zion, you got Methodist, Baptist, you got Unitarians, you got people from non-denominational, disciples of Christ, UCC, all of us who are standing in truth. And at this time, we're going to have the clergy come. Each one will come for 2 to 3 minutes. Reverend Javon Leach, pastor here at Mount Lebanon AME Zion Church. Reverend Benny Oaks, pastor of First United Methodist Church in Elizabeth City. And then the Reverend Dr. Jennifer Copeland, who is the current executive director of the North Carolina Council of Churches. And then I'll come back and call others at this time.
As we stand in our grief and disappointment, since we are the church, can we give God a praise even in our situation? My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame. Oh, come on, y'all help me. But only lean on Jesus' name, on Christ, on Christ, on Christ, the solid rock I stand. All of the ground is sinking sand. I'm Javon Leach, pastor of Mount Lebanon AME Zion Church here in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. We open our doors before the tape. We open our doors before explanation. We open our doors not for fame or fortune, but we open our doors because even Jesus got a trial. Y'all don't hear me. He stood in front of Pilate without shame. His head was bloodied, blood unbound. Y'all talk back to me. He stood there with care and kindness and love in his heart. Matter of fact, that's what I'm so confused about, because this situation was supposed to separate us. But who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. Where my preachers at? We are counted as sheep of the slaughter. Nay, in all these things, someone say nay. In all these things we are more. Someone shout more. More than conquerors through him that loved us. For I am persuaded that neither death, y'all talk back to me, or life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of God. Why can we stand together and say this? Because my hope, somebody shout, my hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood. And it's been too much black blood saturating the soul of America. And if we continue to stand, maybe they will be able to include us in one nation under God. Help me say it, indivisible, for liberty and justice. Not for just white people, not just for black people, but say it with me, for all.
Yes. Say his name. Andrew Brown. Accountability. Truth. Transparency. Release the tape.
I brought some notes. I might forget where I am and start preaching, so y'all bear with me. Got some folks that want to stand up, really say something in just a moment. After Jesus was tempted by the devil, and the devil was found lacking in any true power to tempt our Lord, Jesus came back to his hometown of Elizabeth City. Nazareth. To teach and preach, among other things. The first sermon Luke records in his chapter 4. And on that Sabbath day, someone hands the scroll of Isaiah to Jesus. He opens the scriptures. He found the place where he intended to read, and he read these words. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to bring good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim release to the captives and recovery of sight to the blind, to let the oppressed go free, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor. And he rolled up the scroll, handed it back, sat down, and he preached the shortest sermon ever. Today, this scripture has been fulfilled in your hearing, Jesus said. Now, he could have read any text. He could have preached any sermon. But he preached about having freedom for the captives. He preached about recovery of sight to the blind. Preached good news to the poor. The speaking of blindness, my friends, is the condition of our current justice system right now across our land, and especially here in Elizabeth City. We are all familiar with the symbol of our justice system, aren't we? Lady Justice standing as a statue, holding a sword in one hand and scales in the other, with the blindfold. The sword promises that justice is swift and final. The scales represent a measuring of the evidence to determine how justice should be served, and the blindfold is supposed to be about impartiality. Unfortunately, it's not about impartiality anymore. The justice system is perfect. It's not imperfect. It is imperfect. We need more transparency, not less. Jesus, we need you to recover the sight of our justice system's blindness. Judge Foster, we need you to perform the duties of your office and release all law enforcement footage to this Brown family and to this community so healing can begin again. As Nelson Mandela said, it's never too late to do the right thing. And may everyone in our country here today, not another.
Not another. Let us thank our two local clerics who are here. That's powerful. AME Zion and United Methodist. Now I'm going to take a little bishop authority. Where's my sister Yolanda? I need you right up here front. Now their job was to preach. That ain't the rest of our job. This is a press rally. Their job was to lay the scripture foundation. Our job is to say what we want. That's what's most important right now. And to do it in 2 minutes. Go right down the middle. She's going to be timing. We got our scripture foundation. We got Romans and we got Luke. Now we need preachers to speak to the policy and speak to why we are here so that folk are clear out there. Are y'all with me? Now I'm taking a little bit of bishop authority. My job was to set the context. 2 minutes. That lady right there, when she raised her hand, that means you say amen. If you start exegeting, I'm going to pull your coattail. Because the exegesis has been done. Tell the nation why we are here for the purposes so we can go and tack these things onto that door. All right, brothers and sisters, y'all with me? Is that all right? Was I nice about it? Hallelujah. Come on, Jennifer.
I greet you on behalf of the North Carolina Council of Churches, the 18 denominations we represent, and I share a little bit of scripture with you today from Matthew. Matthew said, "A voice was heard, wailing and loud lamentation, Rachel weeping for her children. She refused to be consoled, because they are no more." The weeping documented by Matthew occurred after the state-sanctioned killing of all the Jewish boys under 2 in Herod's demonic quest to retain power when he learned of the birth of Jesus. state-sanctioned killing, power-hungry leader, mothers wailing. It's the day before Mother's Day, and here we are gathered because of another killing by people in power. And we are all wailing, not just the mothers, but especially, maybe, on this day before Mother's Day, we could pay homage to the pain of the mothers. So much pain. Lives cut short, dreams unfulfilled, grandchildren, hear me now, grandchildren that will never be rocked because the children were killed before they had the chance to become parents. You see, the pain of the state-sanctioned killing by power-hungry leaders scars us for generations. We are in Elizabeth City today. Here's why we're here: to make sure no one gets distracted from the killing of Andrew Brown Jr. and the pain it has caused. But friends, it is not that hard to come to Elizabeth City and show our solidarity. It is a few hours in the car. It is a day out of our lives. And if this is all we do, then we might as well have stayed home. What we must do is return home and start dismantling racism. No more state-sanctioned killing by denying health care, expand Medicaid already. No more state-sanctioned killing by paying wages so low people cannot feed their children. Raise the minimum wage already. No more state-sanctioned killing by imposing severe voting restrictions that prevent people from electing people that will pass laws to stop the killing. We must force them to stop the killing. And then only then will the mothers stop the wailing. Thank you.
Must stop the killing. We want to ask now that the Reverend Dr. J. Elvin Sadler, who is with the General Secretary of the AME Zion Church, will say to us why the AME Zion Church is supporting this family. Reverend Dr. T. Anthony Spearman, the former president of the North Carolina Church Council of Churches, and then the Reverend Dr. Gregory Moss, who's representing the Loch Carey Baptist group. He will come and say why they are, all three of them, why they are here standing with us for truth, accountability, and transparency.
Thank you, Bishop. Not going to preach. Micah 6:8 says, He has shown you, O man, what is required of you. What is required of you? That you do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. Doing justice is not a black or white thing. Doing justice is not a Republican, Democrat, or independent thing. Doing justice is not a black thing or a blue thing. The Hebrew transliteration of justice is make things right. We've come today to stand with this family to make things right. And we need to stand on truth, on transparency, and accountability for the Brown family. Say with me, make things right.
Make things right.
Good morning, my father's children. Although we are here giving voice and providing some moral framing to the abuses of fundamental human rights in the overly militaristic slaughter of Andrew Brown Jr., the travesty that occurred the day before my 70th birthday. If the truth be told, there have been too many slaughters of African, Mexican, and Native Americans that have been flying too far beneath the radar right here in North Carolina.
That's right. That's right.
And we need the new United States Department of Justice to come and conduct a pattern or practice investigation. When this process has been employed in communities across this nation to reform serious patterns and practices of excessive force,
biased policing, and other unconstitutional practices by law enforcement, it has been very successful. It results in truth, transparency, and accountability. On February 9th, 2019, Jonathan Ramirez, a Mexican-American, was shot down like a dog by trigger-happy police on his father's property in Bailey, North Carolina. And despite pleading to the Attorney General of this state for help, there has been none. On November 20th, 2020, an 18-year-old African-American, Frederick Cox, was killed in a church in High Point, North Carolina. There we need some truth, transparency, and accountability. And in January 2021, Matthew Oxendine, a mentally challenged Native American, was killed in Pembroke, North Carolina, body riddled by more than 40 bullets. My God, when will enough be enough? We need truth, transparency, and accountability.
Yes, sir, Dr. King.
I am Gregory Moss, and I'm representing Loch Carry Baptist Farm Missionary Convention. Loch Carry is a global mission society of Baptist heritage, and we serve in the United States of America more than 2,000 churches strong, but also with 24 mission partners around the world. And I came to say to this family, I'd share with you words from great novelist Ralph Ellison. He said, "I am an invisible man. I'm not a spook like those who haunted Edgar Allan Poe. Neither am I a Hollywood movie ectoplasm, but I am a man of substance. I'm a man of fiber and flesh and bone and fiber and liquids. I'm even thought to have a mind, but I'm invisible, understand, simply because people refuse to see me. We're here because people refuse to see our humanity. It didn't start today. It didn't start 17 days ago. They did not see us on the west coast of Africa. They did not see us when they put us on slave ships and packed us like sardines head to foot. Y'all not walking with us. They did not see us when they dropped us off in the Caribbean and taught us how to be slaves. They didn't see us on the auction blocks in this country. They did not see us when they wrote us as 3/5 of a person in the United States Constitution. They didn't see us when they were hanging us from trees. They didn't see us the other day when they committed another lynching, except it wasn't by rope. It was by gun. But I got a message for them. You may not see us, but we see you. You may not see us, but we see you. The spirit of George Floyd sees you. The spirit of Eric Gardner sees you. The spirit of Andrew Brown sees you. And by the way, God sees you.
Another mantra for the movement. You may not see us, but we see you. And God sees you. And there will be truth, transparency, and accountability. I want to invite 3 more of the clergy to come. In a minute, I'm going to ask Keith Rivers to come. He's going to tell you something very unique about this case that you need to hear, the nation needs to hear. As they plan to come, say this with me, 42. 42. That's how old he was. 7 children. Say 7 children. 7 children. That's how much of a father he was. They shot in the back. Shot in the back. That's how he was killed. Say no gun. No gun. No drugs. No drugs. A warrant. Is not a license to kill and murder. A warrant, a gun, and a badge is too much power for a racist and a trigger-happy group of police. I want to ask now Reverend Julie Peoples, the GSO Faith Leaders Council, United Church of Christ, Reverend John Mendez representing the Progressive Baptist Church, and the Reverend Hannah Broom, whose name he's an elder, but also with the North Carolina Poor People's Campaign, if they would come in that order.
Friends, I would like to specifically direct my remarks to the white community, wherever you may be, especially white Christians. Do not turn away from Elizabeth City. Do not turn away from what is happening in your own community. It is time for us to open our eyes and look closer. I know how easy it is for us white Christians to look away from this, to get distracted, to post on Facebook and then move on. I know how busy we are, how hard we feel we are trying. I know how overwhelming all of this can seem, how tempting it is to join the second guessers. I know all those tactics and excuses because I've used every one of them. The time has come for excuses to end. This is not about a few bad apples. It is about a system that was born racist 400 years ago and cannot rid itself of that sin. We cannot stay stuck. That's just another excuse. There is a better way, a way that upholds truth, transparency, and accountability, and that is what is needed right here and right now. Every white congregation, every white person of faith, including elected officials, judges, and officers, have a moral obligation to repent our complicity in white supremacy and to commit to the deep work of dismantling racism. So do not turn away. Look closer so that someday we will ask Jesus, Lord, when did we see you? And Jesus will reply, when you saw Andrew Brown, when you saw George Floyd, when you saw Breonna Taylor, Priscilla Slater, Marcus Smith, Sandra Bland, Orlando Castillo, Tamir Rice, and all those whose names you do not even know. You saw me. Thank you.
I'm John Mendez, and I'm a retired pastor, and I'm involved with the Social Justice Committee of the Progressive National Baptist Convention, which is often referred to as the Convention of Dr. Martin Luther King. I want to thank our leader, Dr. Barber, and NAACP and others for helping to bring all of us together at this time. As I reflect upon what has been transpiring over the past several weeks, the world, it's been repeatedly said earlier that the world is looking at this. What is it that they're looking at? They see a great tragedy that has happened here in Elizabeth City. When we talk about tragedy, you have to suggest, it implies that somebody innocent was killed and did not deserve to be killed. So when we look at Andrew Brown, this was a tragic event. We are here today to bear witness with the family to this tragic event that has occurred in Elizabeth City. From my understanding of Greek tragedy, the response to it requires resistance. We are here today to resist the cover-ups, the lies, and the lack of transparency and accountability. We are here to resist because the only way that truth will be manifested is through our resistance. And so I want to say that in the book of Revelation, there is an altar, and behind that altar are the voices and the cries of those that have experienced tragic and evil events. Their voices are speaking today. We are here because we have heard that voice. And as I conclude, I do not know how long it will be or what the future holds for me. But this one thing we do know, that the Lord, justice, the Lord of truth, the Lord of peace, if Lord goes with us, we will be free.
We are the tri-chairs of the North Carolina Poor People's Campaign, and we are here today not to divide a community, but to stand in solidarity with the family of Andrew Brown Jr. in seeking transparency, accountability, and truth in the violent act that took his life. We are here today not to demonize people, but to demolish preconceived ideas of guilty until proven innocent when it's a brown and black body. We stand for all those seeking truth, transparency, and accountability. This is a public service announcement on the PA system of the consciousness of this people, everyone's soul. This time is a code blue situation for a moral emergency in this country. We have seen through many efforts to marginalize, demonize, and dehumanize minorities. We have raised over the legal justification of killing unarmed black and brown men by police without fear of being held accountable. But we will not stop speaking out. We will not stop standing up. We will not turn around until justice rolls down like a river and righteousness like a ever-flowing stream. Forward together! One step back!
Forward together! Forward together! Forward together! We are, we will be, we must be the resistance to lies, cover up. We want to invite now the Reverend Dr. Leonzo Lynch with the General Baptist State Convention representing all of the churches, and then Bishop Valerie Melvin, the Regional Minister for the North Carolina Disciples of Christ churches and all of the churches in North Carolina. We want to invite them to come at this time.
To our bishop and our prophet, Dr. Barber, all clergy and all souls that are here. We are here today because on last night, you and I were able to go home to our families. But on last night, Andrew Brown did not. He's dead. He will not be home with his family tonight either. He's in the grave. 42 years young. So we've come from across this state and this region. I see friends from Clergy from Virginia. So that these young men standing here with this sign can live.
That's it.
My brothers and my sisters, my name is Valerie Melvin, and I serve as the first African American and the first female of the Christian Church Disciples of Christ in North Carolina. So I tell you that I know the fight and I know the struggle. I'm here today to support the 4 demands and also to lift the lineage of Andrew Brown's mother. Because tomorrow we should be celebrating that he was born and is a father. Instead, we are mourning that he is no longer with us. When a mother's child is killed, part of her human DNA essence goes into the grave with her child. The breaking of the family chain, allowing parents to bury their children over and over again threatens the fabric of the family. When unjust practices keep taking the lives of black and brown children from their mothers, the message reverberates from heaven to earth that families of color, poor families, and are invisible, only part human, and are expendable. So we, the clergy of North Carolina, showed up today as the extended family of Andrew Brown. And we serve you notice. We are not invisible. Our voices will not be silent. Our right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness is not a constitutional construct. It is a prophetic utterance. So when the powers that be won't hear our voices crying for justice, when they won't hear the extended family, then we must raise another prophet who simply says, you already know what to do, what's fair and just. Release the full body cam video. Bring forth an independent prosecutor. Pass federal and state laws for accountability and reform. And establish a pattern and practice of just investigation in Eastern North Carolina. Why? Because mother's lineage is at stake. Why? Because the extended family is watching you.
That's it. Amen. That's my bishop. Would all of Andrew Brown's extended family stretch your hands toward this way toward the family and say, we are the extended family. We are the resistance. We are the ones that say no to the lies and no to the cover-ups. And media, you need to know everybody here, these prayers, they represent people. They're pastors and denominational leaders. And we want you to make this announcement. We want to make this announcement. This is our first trip, not our last. There's already conversation. Our brothers and sisters that couldn't come today because we're coming back, fam. We're not going to be just in and out. And if we need to call others in, we're coming in. But we want you to know that there are plenty of prophets right here in North Carolina. And we intend to stand for what's right. And we resist the lie. Somebody says, well, he could have been guilty. That has nothing to do with you shooting somebody in the back. First of all, they didn't find anything. But second of all, that's not the point. Don't confuse it. They thought these young folk and other folk, just give the young folk here a shout, the ones that have been marching in the street, marching through West Kirk. See, they thought they were going to make them act up so that they could turn the issue. That's what they thought they were going to do. But the young folk in them said, no, we understand, we too hip for that. That's what they thought. And so instead they took over bridges and they marked their communities and they focused on not just people, non-violent, but not non-resistant. It's a difference. They created the necessary tension. And we need to stand with them and say, we're not going to let this go. Say, we can't let it go. Somebody said, we're about cancel culture. You know, that's what Fox News and say, cancel. We are. We don't cancel racism. And cancel you killing our children. And cancel you killing innocent folk. And cancel your lies. And cancel your cover-up. Yeah, we don't cancel. And cancel not having accountability. And cancel cops acting outside the law when they're supposed to be the law. We got a lot to cancel. Our forefathers canceled stuff. They canceled segregation. They canceled slavery. They canceled the voter suppression. It's just our time to cancel those things that have nothing to do with what it means to be a just society. And so at this time, we want to invite the Reverend Dr. Alvin Jackson to come, and the Reverend Greg Jumright, with Justice for the next fourth generation, and then the Reverend Dr. Nelson Johnson, and then we'll get ready for our tacking of our demands. Yes, did I miss someone? All right. Really important, but I want us to know.
That's all right. Thank you, Bishop Barber. I flew in a few days ago to be here to stand with you and with this family and with faith leaders across the state of North Carolina. I've come today as a part of the Poor People's Campaign, a national call for moral revival, standing with you, with folks from across the country, demanding truth, transparency, and accountability in the untimely death of our brother, Andrew Brown, Jr. And I've come today on behalf of the General Minister and President of the Christian Church, Disciples of Christ, representing congregations across the United States and Canada, to read a statement from her, the Reverend Terry Howard Owens. And the statement reads, as the mother of a black man, the wife of a black man, the daughter of a black man, the continued killing of black men with impunity is a direct existential threat to my family and those of black and brown people across this country. As a Christian minister, I understand that to ignore this continuing injustice is not only to disrespect the humanity of Andrew Brown Jr., but to fail to honor the humanity and image of God in each and every one of us. We cannot be silent in the face of such violation of God's creation. Policing reform is necessary. Full transparency is necessary. All the tapes in the Andrew Brown case must be released in order for justice to be served. Christian commitment to the limitless love of God requires it, demands it. And so I stand with you here today as you seek justice, and I will continue to join in the fight for a society in which my son and other black men need not fear for their very lives, for everyone has a right to live. And before this campaign fails, we'll all go down to jail. Say his name. Say his name.
The people, united, will never be defeated. The people, united, will never be defeated. The people, united, will never be defeated. Prophets are gathered here today not to speak prosperity, but rather to call for accountability. This is a 21st century cover-up. This is a 21st century cover-up. So we've come, Bishop, to cancel the cover-up. Until you apply pressure, prophets, we will not see the justice that Andrew Brown Jr.'s family deserves. We must keep up this fight and keep up this pressure on a system that was created not to defend us. Andrew Brown is innocent until proven guilty on those arrest warrants that they were supposed to serve. We must stand together. Panthers and preachers, goons and gangs, OGs and new Gs, the former generation and the next generation. Our tactics may be different, but our end goal is still the same. And so I say to the activist community, Black Lives Matter to Black Lives Right, Black lives matter to black lives, right? You talked about cancel culture. Bishop called me this week and said, Drumright, the same scandalous paper that wrote on you this week wrote on me too. Preachers, it's time for us to cancel division. I don't care if you're a Methodist or a Presbyterian. I don't care if you're a non-denominational or a Pentecostal. It's time for us to cancel division. It's time for us to pull our community together and teach our community of the history of dividing our community. When the slave master said, if you beat my entail, I'll make sure you live while I still kill your brother. It's time for us to cancel the division and keep up the pressure on a system that was not created to give us a fair chance in the courts. As we were marching, Bishop, we marched past the Muddy Waters coffee shop. It was full of people. 200 black folks and white folks in the street marching by, and not one adult looked out the window. I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but there was one little white kid who fixed his eyes on everything that was going on in the street. And it made me wonder, when he asks his parents tonight, what are you doing in the street today, mama? When he has his daddy that's still alive, what were they doing in the street, daddy? How are they going to explain away a movement that's calling for peace in a city that is experiencing trauma and pain right now? In the midst of this Black Lives Movement, I changed my mind on peace. Peace is not quiet. Peace is not stillness. Peace is truth. I said peace is truth, preachers. Until you tell the truth, you will have no peace. Until you reveal the truth, you will have no peace. And DA and sheriff and to all of those who are participating in this cover-up, you can turn off the TV, but you can't turn off this movement. We demand truth and accountability. Where there is no justice, there will be no peace.
Beloved, these are the times that try folks so. When men and women of color can be shot down like animals, and there is a refusal to open up the evidence, not only to the family, but refusal to open it to anybody except those who have done the shooting. That means we're in a dangerous period. Beloved, under the weight of the massively accumulated falsehoods, centuries of killing people that you don't like, our nation is increasingly in a war on itself. But we must bring a new tool to this war and redirect the energy toward truth, transparency, and justice, so that this nation has a possibility of moving forward. I know you know, and all of the people of goodwill know, all over this state and nation, that the killing of people, especially black people, by law enforcement personnel is unjustifiable reason and has gone on far too long. Human life is precious. We cannot allow life to be trivialized and devalued by a culture that has not recovered from the ideology of slavery and Jim Crow and white supremacy. We cannot allow the truth to hide behind a badge, or hide behind a judge's robe, or hide behind crooked lawmakers. We must stand for truth and stand with all the energy that we have. Beloved, truth is necessary. Somewhere I read, if you continue in my word, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Let me conclude by saying that we at the beloved community are dedicated not just to the truth of our moment, but the truth of our history and the truth of what has been going on too long, and not only for ourselves, but for the whole nation. And for this reason, we are building a truth, justice, and reconciliation process all over the state of North Carolina. Once we have exposed the depths of our past and began to obtain a modicum of justice, it is then that we can heal the deep wounds of our yesterday and be reconciled one with another across the ditches of historical division. And that's when we can sing a new song. And I just want to say, let us begin to walk together, pray together, work together, believe together, and when we unite in that way, we will actually bring justice here, but we will be the elements of making a new America out of the wreck that we have now. God be with you. God bless you.
I want my brother Keith Rivers, who I grew up with, stand beside me. He's coming today representing, of course he's the president of ACP, but he's representing to his church, Mount Olive Branch. You know that's the Eastern North Carolina. We got branches down here. Y'all name y'all's church after streets in the city. We branches. But I also want to say these things as he comes. Number one, how many of you, because we did this today on Saturday before Mother's Day, but how many of you as clergy, when we call the march, because they only talking about 20 minutes. That ain't enough. So we got to keep the pressure. How many of you would be willing to come back during the week and get at least 10 others? All right. So we want you to stay open. Stay. How many of you, that's right, how many of you will, if we say, listen, we need to have actions in cities across North Carolina, particularly where we've got legislators that are blocking this bill. Huh? See, we got to make this thing felt. How many of you believe the governor not only ought to come to this, but ought to do everything he can with executive orders and ought to keep crying that these body cameras need to be seen, and he needs to take the recommendations of his own race and justice group. But he needs to come here, but not alone, because see, there are 5 black men from Eastern North Carolina that were put in jail for life and death row for murders they didn't do, that we've got exonerated, and they've never gotten pardoned. They're out of jail, but not pardoned. That's the system we have, Dr. Lynn, and it's got to change. How many of you are willing to say to the governor, we got to face this, you got to face this, North Carolina's got to face this, the brokenness of the criminal justice system. I said the other day at the funeral that the Bible says that the blood of Cain cried from the ground. Yes. And that means when Andrew bled out on his yard, he didn't stop crying. His physical body stopped crying. But the blood is still crying. And if he's crying, God knows we got to cry. If the blood running warm in our body, if he's crying and his blood is on the ground, but the blood outside of his body is crying for justice, then the blood inside of our bodies and the life in our bodies ought to make us cry out for justice. Now, I don't want to say what we will do or won't do, but there's enough preachers here that we've been to jail several times. Now, we don't go to jail, we just sit down. And their job, they want to arrest us, but we sit down. Sometimes we just non-violent just sit down. Because what the bottom line is, if Andrew Brown ain't safe, none of us are safe. You can shoot somebody in the back in the middle of the day because you claim you got a warrant, just a warrant. And then you shoot them, and even what you said you had the warrant for, they don't have any of those things, guns or drugs. I got an Andrew at home. How many of y'all got an Andrew in your family? See, that's a black name. Almost all black families got an Andrew because they got it out the Bible. Peter's brother, they went and got him. Right? And so Andrew's spirit has come and got us. And it's time. But I want one fact, and then we're going to line up. I want Keith to tell you something. He told me today, and I hadn't thought about this. He said it to me, and it made me shiver when I thought about it. Let him tell you something else about this case that the media needs to be reporting. Bishop Barber. You know, it's rough to come behind one preacher, but a whole lot. But this is serious business. And if I can just take 30 seconds. My brother Kurt, Miss Morrison, he back there in the back. Kurt, come here. He's been leading these folks. They said he couldn't be on the bridge, so he went to community last night.
You got Deshaun,
Yeah, where are the brothers?
Chops.
Come
on, Chops.
Where y'all at? Come on.
Where Deshaun at?
Come on, these are the brothers.
Where Councilman Spence at? Where Councilman Spence at? Where's Councilman Atkins at? Because you know, they tell you that a leader chooses a moment, but a movement chooses its leaders. Kurt and I became the face, but these are some of the brothers that's been doing the lifting in the streets every night. Miss Morrison is 72 years old. I don't think she's missed a night yet. I see the boys down here. They have been consistent. Where Brother Spence at? And his brother. There are so many. And if I missed your name, just, you know, blame it on my mind and not my heart.
These are street soldiers, y'all. Street soldiers. Street soldiers and the preachers, Lord have mercy. That change gonna come down.
And they've been handling their business from day one. Deshaun and I were out there 8:30. We were out there, 9:30, 9:45 on the day. But let me say this, and I want us to think about this. And I'm talking to people that live here in this community. Because the extended family already said what they're going to do. But it starts with us. Now, we can't allow laws to change and don't no changes take place in Pasquotank County. And sometimes we have a tendency to let people off the hook because we knew the grandmama, they're really a good person, and we don't pay attention to what they did. We have to hold leadership accountable. Two quick things. First, the county commissioners wrote a resolution saying that they support this law. Look around. Do you see the county commissioners? Accountability. The sheriff has said that he supports this. Look around. Do you see the sheriff? Accountability. But I want us to leave here today and remember this. They drove a technical team with assault rifles into a residential community and school zone and fired. We know this. We know one bullet went through the neighbor's house, through 2 or 3 walls, over a chair where his wife normally sits. Now to the sheriff, that meant you had to authorize it. That meant we know this for a fact, community. He authorized a tactical unit into a residential neighborhood within a school district. And if that ain't reason enough to resign, Sheriff Woo, I don't know what is. And did y'all read the paper? He said that some of those deputies might want to move because of their safety. We are peaceful. We've showed the world what we do in Elizabeth City. We've not hurt anybody, threatened anybody. We have marched peacefully 17 days.
17.
We are not here to cause any harm to anybody because Bishop Moss already said it. God sees you. He'll bring judgment. And I'll leave you with this, Proverbs 21:15. When justice is done, it brings joy to the righteous, but terror to the evildoers.
I want y'all to give these brothers and sisters a big hand. Because see, they thought that because they keep coming, they keep trying to throw that violence thing. I was asked it today on CNN. We're like, no, that's not the issue. The violence here is the violence of this technical unit. Now, there's another thing we're researching, we heard, and that is that the group that used to call Blackwater is under another name, and they got a training ground. Oh, y'all know about that? Oh, y'all know about that? And see, media, what we need you to ask media is how any of those deputies been trained by them. What do you call them? The mercenaries. They're near here, but they used to be Blackwater. They got another name. We need to know who trained these officers. Because you brought a tactical unit, like a SWAT unit, with assault rifles into a residential area after one man unarmed. Didn't find nothing. We need to know, media, we got to know. They want to talk about Andrew Young's record. We want the record of all these police. Look at what we're finding out about Chauvin now. But people thought it was just George Floyd. Now we find out it was a 14-year-old boy. That's why we have to have a review. And so what we're going to do is, y'all know how to do it, marshals. We need a gauntlet. We need to split. Half of you folk on that side, half stay on this side and make us an aisle down the middle. And then the speakers are going to come down and with the family. And we want to put those two placards in front. Y'all go ahead. Which side are we going to, Rob? Okay, get them in front. Now, make a split like a hallway. Give us, half over there, like a hallway. Like the Soul Train line. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This is the Justice line. Yeah, Soul Train. Give me a Soul Train line. But we doing this for Soul, the Justice Train line. Speakers, you all can go down. I'm going to meet you. David is going to give us a drum song. And we're going to take these demands. Keep holding right there till we get down there. Right. Where's the line? And then what you're going to do, listen up. You're going to follow us down the Justice line like you did the Soul Train. Once we go through, then you follow us down 2 by 2. And we're going to sign this in text.
Justice. Tell me what you want, what you really want. Tell me what you really, really want. Tell me what you want, what you really want. Tell me what you want, what you really want. Tell me what you want, what you really want. Tell me what you really, really want.
Yes, sir. All right. Good to see you. Good to see you. Come out this way. Well done. Well done. Come on out his way. Sure.
As you go, pass the pen back. We're going to keep it rolling. Pass your pen and exit to the right.
I'll grab the pen. All right, I'll take your pen. You just exit to your left as you're coming out. Okay. All right. Go in. There's two places to sign. Two boards. This one is when he comes out.
Yes. Out. Right as I
All right.
All right, brother. You got several on there, man. All right? So you want to be a big I got time. Where to go with that? You got to go. Hey, I'm proud of you all. Thank you. Let me see that. Oh, you got that one. There you go. Oh, there you go. You know I got to get all the way up at the top. You lift me up.
All right.
Oh,
it's okay to abbreviate too. We got a lot of people.
Rob, it's almost like almost back in 2006, isn't it?
That's right. We got this one. Hannah, Keith, come on over here. All right, come on in. All right, move along. Great, thank you. You need
Alright, let's slow down, y'all. Let's slow down for 1 minute. Get tight up here. Back to back. Yes, if you are full, please sign high. At the top. At the top. If you are full, sign at the top. Okay, I
Yes, sir. Good to meet you. I'm glad I was here. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you. Money green.
My favorite color.
You got big money, right?
You're a big money.
Big money man. Oh, man, he told on you.
Yeah, you're big money.
He done told all your favorites.
Give me a whole load here in the spoon. I'll be right there for my brother here. You baby ready. Good to see you. Let me see where I want to go.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'll be talking to you. Blessings to you.
Yeah, just letting you know, I'm down to 14 minutes on the battery. I'll let you know when it gets to like 5.
Walk it off, walk it off. Walk it off.
Alright, come on.
All right, then. Make sure, is Anthony hear me? Anthony, you hear me? I want to make sure y'all guys are hearing me.
You got him? He's saying hold on.
Stay right here, stay right here. You got me?
No, I'm going internal.
All right, tell him, you just keep shooting that. I'm going to get a boom mic.
Okay.
Keep shooting that.
Sweet, yeah, did you hear that? He's going to go get a boom mic. And I'm at 13 if he wants to grab a battery while he's there. I'm at 13 minutes, so if he wants to maybe grab one of the batteries that had like 30 minutes on them, I don't know how long this thing's going to go.
Can you talk to me through this whole thing? You need to write a special prosecution.
I'm sorry,
any of the laws involved for prosecution
Hey, how you doing?
Keep it out of your camera.
Use your name anywhere.
Be right there.
She's just sweating bad. Running around getting water.
Tell Anthony to switch. Tell him to switch.
Can you switch to the other camera? Charge.
Has he switched? Has he switched?
No, not yet.
Tell him to switch.
Let me know when you switch. Okay, you're good. So should I run back?
Okay, channel 1, channel 2. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. We're going to do this real quick.
We're going to do it.
How's the audio? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How is it? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Tell them to come to me. Yep. Hey, folks, Roland Martin here. We're in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. And this woman here, she's actually been protesting every single day, 72 years old. Man, what's your name?
Cheryl Morrison.
Cheryl, been a lot of young folks out here. You're a seasoned saint. Why has it been so important for you to be out here protesting every single day since Andrew Brown Jr. was shot and killed?
Because I know it's wrong. I know that us older folks need to be out here protesting too, because we're just tired of seeing our young men and women being killed. It's called being killed by the police. And I'm not saying that all police are bad, but we have a lot of them that are. And we as senior citizens should be out here. I have grandson, I have a nephew, I have nieces. Any one of us can be shot down by police. And so this is why I'm out here.
And how are you encouraging others to also stay active and keep the pressure on folks here?
Well, I tell them we have to keep walking, we got to keep protesting, we have to let them know that we're going to stand for righteousness. We're not going to tear up our city, but we want answers, we want justice.
Certainly appreciate it. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Folks, just walk with me here. The attorneys, some of the attorneys for the Brown family, they are here. Let me just gather this up, folks. And so we're going to walk right over here and do an interview with them. So as you see, again, they've been protesting, folks, every day since April 21st. And so they're going to continue. And so there's going to be some actions taken this week by the attorneys for the family. We were here 3 days previously. We decided to come back today, obviously, for this event to support Reverend Dr. William Barber. repairs of the breach, the Poor People's Campaign, for what they're doing here. And so again, in a moment, we're going to grab one of the attorneys for the Brown family. Had some of the members of the Brown family who were out here as well. Certainly thanking people for their support, for being out here. Multiracial crowd, whites and blacks who are out here. Again, continuing this call for justice. And so, in a second, I'm going to grab one of them. I think they're doing an interview right now. I think, and so we want to grab them. And so we certainly appreciate all of you who've been watching this live stream of today's rally. Let's just move a little bit closer over here. And so we're going to, like I said, grab them in just a second for a quick interview to talk about, next steps, but also the judge's decision on Thursday that has really angered this family in that the judge deciding himself, frankly, what video actually gets released. A total of 2 hours of body cam footage, 2 hours of body camera footage that they have. The judge, though, was only allowing for up to 20 minutes to be released, just 20 minutes. And he's deciding what's going to get released. Some are calling that significant judicial oversight, where that's not necessarily his responsibility to do that. And so, again, in a moment, we'll talk with, hear from one of the Brown family attorneys who are on this case. They got a combination of attorneys who are here from Elizabeth City, attorneys who are from Atlanta and other areas. Ben Crump, of course, is leading the legal team, and that's what's going on here. So, folks are breaking up now, but expect also another march. Again, local protesters. It's going to be an evening march. This actually was a group of clergy, pastors from this area, also other parts of North Carolina, who were here participating in this particular march here today. And so we expect to see some legal actions that are going to be taken. This week, and so look for those things to come down Monday and Tuesday. Gents, how we doing? I'm gonna ask y'all just real quick, and just for the folks who just tuned in, just give them your name.
Harry Daniels.
Chance Lynch.
How important is it? I mean, folks who are watching and they say, "Hey, it should have been 500, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 people out here." The folks have been protesting every single day since April 21st. How important is that in your case to keep that pressure up for the community, but also for the public officials?
It's very important because the protesters are the taxpayers and ultimately the voters. So when you see your citizens here or people in this county is out and continue to be out day in and day out, election is coming. Andrew Womble is running for Superior Court judge. A lot of those people that's out here protesting going to be voting. So you got to keep that in mind. It's very important to hold accountability for the public officials here and for the legal team to show the community show support behind his family, which is much needed. So it's great for us.
Today, as you were able to see, there was a ton of clergy members who represented their congregations, their churches, and it wasn't just African American pastors. It was a mixture of denominations. So today, it shows the resiliency of this matter. It's a voice, and I believe that today, even though it wasn't 1,000, the issue at hand is pressing, it's important, and today was an incredible representation of these denominations coming together for the cause of justice.
I got to ask you, the ruling on Thursday, when 2 weeks ago, the judge ruled the family has to see the video in 10 days. We thought the clock started then. Then he issues this written ruling on Thursday. Folks thought they would have seen the video by then. Then all of a sudden, he then says, no, the clock started on Thursday. Have you seen any judge before with this sort of heavy-handed action in a case?
All my years in practicing law, when a judge make a ruling from the bench and an order comes in, it's just incidental to that oral order from the bench, which acts retroactively. Here, we was completely the rug taken off and under us because we were, like everybody else, thinking that we were going to see the video at least by yesterday, Friday.
Yeah, when you and I talked, right, that was the deal. That, okay, you know what, by that date, we'll see it. And then he just does his ruling on Thursday.
Right, so Completely caught off guard. The family is very disappointed. You know, it's continued delay, whatever the case may be. Tuesday at 3 o'clock, we're going to be right here going to this building, this family. Mr. Lynch will be there as well as some representatives from the family to watch the 18 minutes and some odd seconds. Keep in mind, Roland, we still don't have complete transparency. At minimum, the family should see the whole damn tape. The public maybe later. I understand maybe concerns, but at least the family should see everything. And there's no reason why this administration judge is keeping it from their family. Unless there is a reason they're doing it, and that's something to come along down the line.
What time is that supposed to happen on Tuesday?
3 o'clock. 3 o'clock on Tuesday. So I'm sure there'll be a gathering here that we'll go in, and we're going to take our time. We're going to take our time. So it's not one of those things we're trying to rush. Hey, let's show it to us. We're going to take our time in full detail, at least to the minimum of what they have. But keep in mind, we're still not satisfied. It may be a step in the right direction, but we haven't got to the point that we need to be at. True 100% clarity and transparency need to take place. Until then, there's no transparency.
Well, the other thing is you don't know what that 18 minutes is.
Yeah, and they get to pick what that 18 minutes is. We may be going in and see 18 minutes that's completely unrelated to the shooting. We don't know. They haven't told us. But one thing I will tell you, and I'd like to point to you guys, is in the judge's order, he specified in the order, the district attorney tried to make a fuss about that he made contact with the officers, then they started shooting. And the district attorney tried to get the judge to go along with it, but he did not speak from the bench. But he did speak in his order. He said as Mr. Brown was trying to escape apprehension, he was shot. He was trying to get away, and he was shot. So at least even the courts realized that he was trying to escape apprehension, fleeing, and was shot. And we already know he shot in the back of the head. So my question, we see this video, and what we expect to see a crime, an unlawful killing of another, where's the arrest at? Where's the prosecution? That's even another concern. You have people that's on the streets that seem to commit a crime, and they still free.
But even based on their own arguments, there is no evidence to show that Mr. Brown was a threat. There is no evidence to show that that he placed anyone in danger. And Roland, here's the issue. With all of these unanswered questions and all these discrepancies that's raised on either side, all of that can be eradicated and eliminated by one act. One simple act, Roland. Show the tape.
Well, I think it says a whole lot. Again, as someone who's covered a lot of these cases, when you have yet to see video, that was a shooting that took place in Georgia. Mm-hmm. That video was out in 48 hours. Yeah. The shooting that took place this week. Yeah. Columbus, that video was out that night. The fact that this has not come out yet, the fact that folks are fighting this hard for it not to come out, this to me has shades of Laquan McDonald, where Rahm Emanuel, the city of Chicago, fought for a year not for that video to come out. And when that video came out, that's what changed everything, and that's what led to Jason Van Dyke being tried and convicted of murdering Laquan McDonald.
That's right. You're 100% right. You know, you look at these type of things. Walter Scott family was blessed that a bystander had footage. They already, Roland has set it up and dropped a taser beside his body. So the narrative was already being played. But for this bystander, the same thing would have happened. The same exact thing would have happened. It is clear, like this is a shell game's been played. It's not going to change. What's done in dark will come to light. And that's why we hear myself, Bakari Sellers, Ben Crump. We hear Fight for Justice. We got Chance Lynch, who just brought on, who's a fine North Carolina attorney, who's a former DA, criminal defense attorney, and civil rights lawyer. So we are poised. We are ready. Tuesday, 3 o'clock. Make sure y'all here.
All right.
Y'all make sure y'all here.
I appreciate it.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. Take care, man.
Take care. Safe travel. Thank you.
All right, then. All right, folks. So that's it. We certainly appreciate them sharing that with us. No one's around me, so I can actually take this off. I got my Moderna shot, y'all. So that is it for today's march. We certainly appreciate everybody who has been watching this live stream. We thank you for all of your support. We ask that you continue to support what we do, the work we do here at Roland Martin Unfiltered. You can support us, of course, Cash App, $RM Unfiltered, Venmo.com/RM Unfiltered, PayPal.me/R Martin Unfiltered. Of course, Zelle is Roland at RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Allows for us to be able to, of course, travel around the country bringing you this news that other folks ignore. You know, there are a lot of people out there who talk about stuff that affect African Americans. They sit in their basement, but they're not on the scene actually talking to the folks, talking to community folks, talking to lawyers as well. And so, again, we certainly appreciate this, folks. Tuesday, as you heard the attorney say, 3 p.m., the families will get to see that video, 18 minutes of the 2 hours of body cam footage, and we certainly want to see what they have to say after that happens. So that's it for us. We certainly appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Folks, y'all take care and enjoy this weekend, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, including my mother, Imelda Martin. So y'all take care. Yeah, he probably took the drone shot.